Hello and welcome, dear souls. I'm so glad you've decided to join me today as we embark on a truly transformative journey together. If you're here listening to these words, there's a reason. You're not here by coincidence. You've felt it, haven't you? Something inside you that knows this path you've walked hasn't been ordinary. Life has unfolded in ways that feel different, even unusual at times. It has tested you, shaped you, and at moments it has broken you, only to rebuild you into something stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true essence. So let me ask you, have you ever felt like you were going through something beyond the usual challenges of life? Have you ever wondered why your path has been filled with falls, silences, ruptures, and seemingly impossible choices? You see, many people walk predictable paths. Their lives may appear smooth, predictable, and free from deep struggles. But you, my friend, you've experienced something else entirely. Your life hasn't been about following the crowd or taking the easy road. Your life has been about transformation, awakening, and stepping into a greater version of yourself. And here's the truth that may not always be easy to accept. It's because you are different. You are the chosen one, in a sense. You've been through phases that others may not survive, and in the process you've been refined in ways that most can't comprehend. It's like being a piece of raw, unpolished gold that has endured the fire, the pressure, the heat, all to emerge as something brilliant and priceless. But here's the thing about those trials. At the moment, they feel like everything is falling apart. When things shift unexpectedly, when people walk out of your life, when the universe seems to be closing doors, right in your face, it can feel so unfair, can't it? You wonder, why me? You might have asked this question countless times, but the well for the side there. Truth is, this is the test that the universe gives to those who are meant for something greater. In this moment of uncertainty, what you may not have realized is that you're not being punished. You are being prepared. Every challenge, every loss, every fall was part of a deeper process to awaken your soul to its highest potential. And now, as you stand at this threshold of realization, you look back and see that all those moments, though they hurt, though they challenged you beyond belief, were precisely the moments that shaped you into who you are now. This is where your story begins to unfold in a way you've never experienced before. Perhaps up until now, you've been battling with life, fighting the flow, pushing against what you didn't understand, feeling like you were alone in your struggles. But what if I told you that everything you've been through was not a coincidence? What if these trials and tribulations were all part of the greater plan? The plan that's been guiding you towards something far beyond your current understanding. You see, every single one of us is part of something much bigger than we can fully comprehend in this moment. Our journeys are designed to test our strength, our resolve, and our willingness to grow and evolve. And now I want to share with you the 9 undeniable signs, the real evidence that you've finally overcome the universal test that has been placed before you. These aren't just random signs or vague spiritual concepts. These are tangible markers of your growth, of the changes you've experienced, the strength you've gained, and the wisdom you've gathered. They are reflections of your inner transformation, proof that you've crossed a threshold that few ever truly do. So I invite you to sit back, take a deep breath, and open your heart to what's about to unfold. As we journey through these 9 pieces of evidence, I want you to ask yourself, do I recognize these signs within me? Have I already experienced these shifts? And most importantly, am I truly ready to step into the next phase of my life with full awareness of who I am and what I am meant to do? This isn't just about hearing words. This is about awakening to the reality of your own power, your own strength, and your unique role in the grand tapestry of life. This is your story, and it is far more powerful than you've ever realized. You are not alone on this journey. There is a greater force guiding you, leading you, and supporting you every step of the way. So welcome once again. Welcome to the next stage of your awakening. Your new life begins now, and I'm honored to walk alongside you as you recognize the evidence of how far you've truly come. I promise you this journey will change you in ways that words alone cannot describe. Ready to discover the 9 real pieces of evidence that show you've overcome the universal test? Let's dive in together. Now that we've set the stage, let's take a deeper dive into understanding the nature of the universal test and why it feels like your life has been anything but ordinary. You see, most people live their lives according to predictable rhythms. They walk down well-trodden paths, believing that life will follow a certain order and that their challenges are simply the expected bumps in the road. But for you, it's different, isn't it? Your journey hasn't been linear, nor has it been predictable. It's been one of constant shifting, unexpected turns and moments of deep questioning. You've had your share of falls, those times when you thought you couldn't get up anymore. You felt the sting of silences when it seemed as if no one could hear you, or worse, no one could understand. There have been ruptures, relationships, dreams, and expectations breaking apart. And there were times when you had to make difficult choices, decisions that seemed to carry weight far beyond what you could fathom at the time. There were moments when everything around you seemed to collapse, and you were left standing in the rubble, wondering what was next. But here's what I want you to understand. Those experiences weren't random. They were part of a greater process, a refining fire that has shaped you into who you are today. These challenges, these trials weren't sent to punish you but to prepare you. Life wasn't against you. Life was actually working for you. You were being shaped, tested, and stretched in ways that many don't experience, all because you were being prepared for something greater. The universal test is not an obstacle course set up to make your life miserable. It's a series of experiences that help you discover your true strength, resilience, and purpose. The test isn't about avoiding pain. It's about learning how to transcend it. It's about discovering who you are when life takes everything away from you and leaves you standing alone with nothing but your soul. In those moments, you were being forged like iron in the fire until you became something stronger, something unbreakable. If you've ever wondered why it felt like the universe was pushing you to your breaking point, now you can begin to understand. The universe isn't here to break you, it's here to break open the parts of you that are holding you back from fully stepping into your power. The truth is, the universe doesn't give these tests to everyone. Only the ones who are destined for greatness experience them, because it takes a special kind of person to walk this path. It takes someone who is willing to be stretched beyond their limits, who is ready to break down and then rise again stronger and wiser than before. The pain you've experienced was not in vain. The confusion, the heartache, the times when you felt lost, they were all part of your evolution. Every trial you've faced has served as a lesson in patience, strength, humility, and self-awareness. Every loss, every fall, every moment of deep struggle was not designed to defeat you, but to awaken you. The truth is, you've already been through much more than most people could ever imagine. You faced challenges that would break many, but you stood through them. That resilience is a mark of the chosen ones, those who rise no matter how many times they fall. When you look back on those moments now, you may realize something profound. What once seemed like the end of the road, what once felt like a punishment, is now seen through a different lens. You begin to understand that each hardship was shaping you, refining your inner light. What appeared to be a setback was actually a setup for your greatest breakthroughs. Every time you thought you were lost, you were simply being redirected, realigned with your true path. And when you look at who you are now, you realize that all the pieces, however painful at the time, have come together to form something greater than you could have imagined. This is the universal test, a process of refinement and awakening. And you, my friend, are already on the other side of it. But it wasn't easy, was it? No, this journey was never meant to be easy. The chosen ones don't walk the easy path, they walk the path that requires them to face their deepest fears, confront their weaknesses, and rise above it all. It's not for the faint of heart, but here you are stronger than you ever thought possible, with a wisdom that only comes from surviving what most couldn't bear. As you move forward, you will begin to realize something even more incredible. The universe is no longer testing you in the same way. The tests have been passed. You've made it through the most difficult parts of your journey, and now the universe is not trying to break you. It is celebrating your evolution. You've endured what many wouldn't survive, and in doing so, you've created space for something new to enter your life. Your old self has been shed, and a new version of you has emerged, one that is more aligned with your truth, your power, and your purpose. You are no longer who you once were. You have conquered the universal test, and now you are ready to live at a completely different level of consciousness. You've moved from the struggle to the realization of your own strength. What once seemed like challenges, what once caused you pain, now feels like a distant memory. It's no longer a part of who you are today. You have transcended those moments, and you are stepping into a new stage of your life where your purpose becomes clearer, your confidence stronger, and your connection to the universe deeper than ever before. The universe has always been working with you, not against you. It's just that in the past, you couldn't see it. But now, as you awaken to the truth of who you are, you will begin to see the signs, the synchronicities, the moments of clarity that show you that you are on the right path. The test has been passed, and now you are being guided towards the next level of your evolution. The universe doesn't test you because it wants to punish you. It tests you because it knows you are capable of greatness, and now you are ready to step fully into your power. This is what it means to be chosen. You've been through the fire, you felt the heat, and now you are emerging as something beautiful, something strong, something wise. And this is just the beginning. You've crossed the densest phases of your journey, and now a new stage awaits you. A stage of awakening, of living with purpose, and of stepping into the fullness of your being. So as you move forward, remember this: the universe didn't test you to break you. It tested you to reveal the strength and light within you that you couldn't see before. And now that light is shining brighter than ever. As we move forward in this journey, I want you to take a moment to reflect on something that has likely become one of the clearest signs of your transformation. The inner peace that you've begun to feel, even when the world around you is in turmoil. It's a peace that doesn't depend on the circumstances of your life, and it certainly doesn't appear only in calm or serene moments. No, this peace is the result of everything you've endured, the battles, the challenges, the chaos, and it is a direct reflection of the strength you've built within yourself. For so long you might have been chasing peace in the wrong places, looking for it in external circumstances, or waiting for the chaos to subside before you could feel calm. Perhaps you thought that peace would come once everything around you was in order, once the struggles had stopped, or once you were free from the pressures of life. But what you've learned through this journey is that true peace doesn't depend on what's going on around you. It is something that arises from within. It is born from your ability to face life's challenges without being consumed by them, to hold your center even when the world seems to be spinning out of control. At some point in your life, you learned the hard way that fighting against what you can't control only prolongs your suffering. You tried resisting the flow, pushing against the inevitable, and in doing so, you extended your pain. But through all of that, you gained something invaluable: wisdom. You learned that the only way to truly find peace is to stop fighting, to stop resisting, and to trust in the process. And so the peace you feel now is not some fleeting moment of calm. It is a deep-rooted peace that has been forged through trial and error, through suffering and rebirth. It is the kind of peace that remains with you even in the midst of chaos. It's the kind of peace that allows you to observe life without being swept away by its emotional tides. You've learned to breathe through the storm. You've learned to step back, to pause, and to let things be as they are, without feeling the need to control them or make them different. This inner peace is silent yet firm. It's a peace that doesn't scream for attention, but is steady and constant within you. It doesn't require certainty to feel secure. It simply trusts that everything is unfolding as it should. You no longer need to predict every step or plan for every possible outcome. You've let go of the need to know what will happen next, and in doing so, you've found a profound sense of freedom. You can walk through life now without constantly worrying about what might go wrong. And when things do go wrong, you don't panic, you simply face them with a calm, clear mind, knowing that you have the strength to deal with whatever comes your way. It's a beautiful shift, isn't it? You've come to understand that the world can continue to move around you, but you no longer have to be swept away by it. Life will still bring its challenges, and you'll still face difficulties, but now you meet them with a different perspective. You understand that every situation, no matter how difficult, has its purpose. You understand that everything is part of the greater plan, and that even the chaos and the uncertainty have a role to play in your growth. The storms that once rattled you no longer have the same power over you. One of the most powerful markers of this inner peace is that you no longer react the way you used to. In the past, situations that threw you off balance would have caused anxiety, fear, or frustration. They would have disrupted your peace, and you would have reacted impulsively, driven by emotions that you couldn't quite control. But now you approach life with a new sense of maturity. You no longer allow external circumstances to dictate your inner state. You can watch life unfold, observe the ups and downs, and still remain grounded. This kind of peace is not escape, nor is it indifference. It is not about turning a blind eye to the problems or avoiding difficult emotions. It is instead a deep sense of strength and resilience. It is about understanding that you are not here to control everything, but to trust in the flow of life. It's about learning to dance with the rhythm of existence, rather than trying to impose your own rhythm onto it. You don't need to fight to stay afloat anymore. You've learned to float naturally, allowing the current to carry you wherever it may lead. It's not a peace that comes from avoiding hardship. It's a peace that comes from knowing that hardship is part of the process. Every challenge, every loss, every trial has been a step on your path. And with each one, you've learned more about yourself. You've grown more resilient, more wise, more connected to your true nature. The peace you feel now is a testament to all of that growth. It's the mark of someone who has triumphed over adversity and emerged stronger for it. The peace you have today is not a gift that's given to everyone. It's a gift that you've earned through your perseverance, your willingness to grow, and your courage to face whatever comes your way. When you look at the world around you now, you see things differently. You no longer see chaos as something to fear or avoid. You see it as part of the dance of life. You recognize that chaos and calm are not opposites but two sides of the same coin. In fact, it is in the midst of chaos that your peace shines the brightest. You have learned to find stillness in the storm, and that stillness is your greatest strength. It's what allows you to navigate the world with clarity, grace, and a sense of purpose. The chosen ones, those who have passed through the universal test, carry this peace with them wherever they go. It's not about pretending that life is always easy or that pain doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging that pain is part of the process, and that no matter how hard life gets, you can still find peace within. You can still find the strength to keep moving forward, to trust in the path that you are on, and to know that you are exactly where you need to be. As you move through life, this peace will continue to deepen. It will become more ingrained in your being until it becomes a natural part of who you are. The more you trust in the process, the more you'll feel this peace grow. And the more you embrace this peace, the more you will see that the universe has been guiding you all along, helping you to evolve into the person you were always meant to be. So as we continue on this journey together, I invite you to reflect on this peace within you. Can you feel it? Can you sense how far you've come, how much you've grown? The more you allow yourself to embrace this inner peace, the more you will see how deeply it has shaped your life. This is one of the most powerful signs that you have passed the universal test, the ability to remain calm, centered, and unshaken, even when the world around you is in chaos. You've found your center, and now nothing can take it away from you. Now that we've explored how inner peace begins to take root in your life, there is another profound shift that marks your evolution, your alignment with your essence, and the freedom to be who you truly are. This is one of the most significant indicators that you have passed the universal test. It's a transformation that doesn't just happen overnight. It's something you earn as you shed old layers of yourself and reconnect with the authentic, untamed part of you that has always been waiting to emerge. In the past, you may have spent much of your life trying to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You tried to meet other people's expectations, shape yourself to fit their ideas of who you should be, or avoid conflict by wearing a mask that didn't reflect your true self. Perhaps you made compromises, bending your boundaries and silencing your voice in order to keep the peace, to be accepted, or to avoid judgment. You may have even convinced yourself that this was the only way to survive in the world. But as you've moved through your trials and learned from your experiences, something beautiful has started to happen. You've discovered that living for others, or living to meet external standards, only dims your light. You realize that the true source of happiness and fulfillment does not lie in other people's approval or validation, but in the authenticity of living your own truth. This realization has led you to a place where you no longer seek external approval, because at your core you know that the only validation you need is from within. This alignment with your true self marks a radical shift. No longer do you feel the need to fit into small boxes, to be someone you are not, or to constantly adapt to others' demands. Instead, you have begun the process of letting go of old identities, outdated beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve you. It's a freeing experience to finally stop pretending and start living according to the rhythm of your own heart. You've come to understand that living authentically is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. As you embrace your true essence, you start to see how your energy changes. It radiates outward, drawing in more of what resonates with your higher self. Opportunities begin to flow more effortlessly, and the people you attract into your life are more aligned with who you are now. The relationships that no longer serve you fall away, making space for the ones that reflect the truth of your soul. Living in alignment with your essence means respecting your own limits, listening to your intuition, and following paths that have deep meaning for you. You no longer chase after things because you should, but instead you pursue what feels right, what brings you peace, and what fills you with purpose. The need to please others fades, and what remains is a deep sense of inner peace and clarity. You begin to see that being true to yourself is not a selfish act, it's the most self-loving thing you can do. And as you walk this path, you also begin to see how much life starts to respond differently to you. More authentic opportunities appear. The right people come into your life, and the doors that once seemed impossible to open now swing wide in front of you. The universe is reflecting back to you your own alignment, honoring your truth by bringing forward the people and experiences that match your energy. This shift is one of the clearest signs that you have passed the universal test. You've spent so much of your life either questioning yourself or trying to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. But as you begin to stand tall in your authenticity, life starts to honor that very essence. No longer are you at the mercy of external expectations, but you have finally found the freedom to be who you truly are. And with this freedom comes a newfound peace. A peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you need to be. You are no longer carrying the burden of pretending, of fitting into spaces that aren't designed for you. You have made peace with your own uniqueness. The moment you accept who you are, the universe aligns with that acceptance and life begins to mirror back to you the energy you put into the world. It's as though the universe has been waiting for you to fully claim your power, your truth, your essence. This alignment doesn't mean that you won't face challenges anymore. It means that when challenges arise, you will approach them from a place of deep understanding and authenticity. You will face them with the strength that comes from living true to yourself. And the beauty of it is that this strength is not an external force, it comes from within. The more you honor your own truth, the more you find that life becomes smoother, more harmonious, and filled with opportunities that are in line with your true calling. You no longer feel the need to shrink, to hold back, or to compromise who you are in order to make others feel comfortable. You have learned that your true power lies in being unapologetically yourself. And the more you embrace this power, the more you find that life begins to respond in kind. People see you not as the person you once pretended to be, but as the person you are at your core. They respect you for your authenticity, and your relationships become deeper, more meaningful, and more fulfilling. At the same time, you have also learned the importance of setting boundaries. No longer will you allow others to walk over your truth or diminish your light. Living in alignment means respecting yourself enough to say no when necessary, to protect your energy and to honor your own needs. You've realized that saying no is just as powerful as saying yes, especially when it comes to maintaining your personal integrity. The more you honor your own boundaries, the more you show the world that you respect yourself, and in turn the world begins to respect you. When you look around you now, what you see is different. You see opportunities that match your essence, people who see you for who you truly are, and an alignment between your external world and your internal truth. No longer do you feel like you're out of sync with the universe. No longer do you feel like you're swimming upstream. You are now moving with the current of life, and as you do, you find that the universe supports you in ways it never has before. The freedom to be who you are is one of the clearest signs that you've passed the universal test. And as you continue on this path, know that this alignment will only deepen. The more you honor your essence, the more you will discover the fullness of who you are, and the more you will see the world respond to that truth. You are no longer bound by the need to please others, to fit into society's boxes, or to dim your light for fear of judgment. You are free to be exactly who you were meant to be, and that freedom will guide you to the life you've always dreamed of. This is just the beginning. You have entered a new chapter of your life, one where you are living in true alignment with your purpose, your truth, and your essence. And with this new chapter comes a profound sense of peace, clarity, and power that will continue to grow as you step more fully into your authentic self. As we continue to unfold the evidence that you've passed the universal test, we come to another transformative sign: the wisdom to embrace change instead of fearing it. This shift is one of the most powerful markers of spiritual maturity. It is the moment when you stop resisting the inevitable, stop fearing the unknown, and begin to understand that change is not something to be avoided, but something to be welcomed. For most of your life, change likely felt like a threat. Whether it was a job transition, a move, the end of a relationship, or a shift in your personal beliefs, change used to bring anxiety. The unknown seemed like a dangerous place, something to fear and avoid at all costs. You wanted control. You wanted certainty. You thought that the more you could plan, the more predictable and secure life would feel. But the truth is, no amount of planning could ever prepare you for the unpredictability of life. The more you tried to control, the more resistance you built, and the more resistance you built, the more stress and anxiety you experienced. But as you journeyed through life's trials and began to pass through the universal test, you started to see things differently. You began to understand that change is a natural part of the cycle of life, and that nothing in the universe stays the same. Life moves in cycles, and each cycle carries with it the potential for growth and transformation. What once seemed like a threat now feels like an opportunity. You no longer view change as something to fear, but as a sign of evolution and progress. The wisdom to embrace change is not about being fearless. It's about not allowing fear to dictate your decisions. It's about recognizing that fear will always be present when stepping into the unknown, but not allowing it to hold you back. In the past, any shift or uncertainty would have filled you with dread, but now you stand in a place of trust. You trust that every change, no matter how uncomfortable it may feel in the moment, is leading you to exactly where you need to go. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of accepting that the only constant in life is change. With each experience you had, you started to see that life doesn't remove something without replacing it with something better. Every ending was the beginning of something new, and each new chapter carried with it lessons that shaped you, refined you, and ultimately strengthened you. You've experienced enough to know now that what may initially appear as chaos or disorder eventually reveals itself as part of the grand plan. Change doesn't need to be feared, because you know that with each change, the universe is aligning things for your greatest good. You have learned that growth only happens when you move beyond your comfort zone. If you stayed in the same place forever, you would never evolve. The discomfort of change is actually the feeling of expansion, of growth, and of stepping into your higher self. This understanding allows you to approach change with a new perspective. Instead of resisting it, you start to lean into it. You begin to walk alongside change rather than running from it. You have learned that resistance to change only prolongs suffering. When you try to hold on to what's meant to fall away, you create unnecessary tension in your life. But when you embrace change, when you welcome the unknown, you open the door to infinite possibilities. There's an undeniable sense of freedom in this shift. As you begin to trust the process and stop fighting against what is, you begin to live in a state of surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the need to control every outcome and instead allowing the universe to guide you. You've realized that life has a rhythm, and when you align with that rhythm, everything flows more effortlessly. The more you resist, the harder life becomes. But the more you allow, the more peace and clarity emerge. This wisdom to embrace change is also closely tied to your ability to adapt. You no longer need to hold on tightly to the past. You understand that each season of life is meant to teach you something, and that each lesson you learn helps you grow. You are no longer afraid of what comes next because you know that you are fully capable of navigating it. You trust in your ability to adjust, to learn, and to evolve as needed. The fear of the unknown has been replaced with curiosity and anticipation. You now see life as a grand adventure filled with endless opportunities for growth. One of the most profound aspects of embracing change is the realization that every transition, every shift, is preparing you for the next phase of your journey. The universe never removes something from your life without preparing something better. Whether it's a job loss, a breakup, a financial setback, or even a health challenge, you have learned that every event is a stepping stone toward your greater purpose. You have seen it in your own life, haven't you? The moments that once seemed like obstacles eventually turned out to be lessons that led you to a more aligned and fulfilling path. Every door that closed created space for something new to enter. In fact, many of the greatest blessings in your life came only after a change that you initially feared. When you look back, you can see how the universe was clearing the way for something better. The pain, the fear, and the uncertainty were not the end, they were the beginning of something even greater. As you embraced the changes that came your way, you were able to step into new opportunities, new relationships, and new levels of personal growth that you never could have imagined before. This is the gift of wisdom, the ability to see change as an ally rather than an enemy. You no longer fight against it, you work with it. You allow it to guide you to where you need to be. The more you embrace change, the more you will find that it becomes easier to navigate life's uncertainties. You no longer feel overwhelmed by the unknown because you trust that the universe has your back. You know that every shift, no matter how unsettling, is bringing you closer to your true path. This ability to embrace change is a powerful sign that you have passed the universal test. You've learned that change is not something to be feared, but something to be welcomed with open arms. The more you align with this wisdom, the more you will find that your life unfolds with ease, grace, and purpose. You are no longer bound by fear, but empowered by the knowledge that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. And so the next time change knocks at your door, remember this: it's not a threat, it's an opportunity. It's the universe's way of guiding you to your highest potential. And now more than ever, you have the wisdom to walk through the door without hesitation, knowing that every step you take is leading you closer to your true self. This wisdom is one of the clearest indicators that you have overcome the universal test. You no longer resist, you embrace. You no longer fear the unknown, you welcome it. And as you do, you will continue to evolve, to grow, and to live a life that is aligned with your highest purpose. As you continue to evolve through life's challenges, there's another unmistakable sign that you've passed the universal test: your newfound trust in the timing of the universe. This shift is subtle yet profound. It signifies a deep understanding that life unfolds in its own rhythm, and that there is no need to rush, to force, or to control every aspect of your existence. The frantic need to stay ahead, to push for results, or to create outcomes that align with your own timeline has begun to fade. Instead, you've entered a state of surrender and peace, where you can see the beauty of trusting that everything will happen exactly when it's supposed to. This transformation does not come easily. For much of your life, you likely felt pressure to be somewhere, to achieve something, to meet certain milestones by a specific time. You were driven by the fear of missing out, the fear of not being enough, and the constant anxiety about running out of time. It was as though you were constantly racing against an invisible clock, pushing yourself to meet expectations that were often unrealistic. The more you tried to control the timing of your life, the more frustrated you became when things didn't unfold as you expected. But through the tests you've faced and the wisdom you've gained, you've begun to realize something profound: that life has its own natural timing, one that is far wiser than your own. You have come to understand that nothing happens before its time. Every moment, every experience, every opportunity arrives when it is meant to, and you no longer need to hurry it along. This wisdom doesn't come from a place of complacency. Rather, it comes from an understanding that rushing through life doesn't bring fulfillment. In fact, it only creates resistance and unnecessary stress. As you start to embrace the divine timing of the universe, you begin to see that every delay, every detour, and every setback has played a role in your journey. Where you once saw obstacles and frustrations, you now see protection and guidance. Every door that didn't open, every opportunity that passed by, every moment that seemed like a delay, these were all steps designed to guide you to the exact right place at the exact right time. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is constantly working in the background to bring things into alignment for you. It is not trying to withhold anything from you, but rather, it is orchestrating a beautiful unfolding of your life in a way that honors your highest good. This trust in timing is not the same as passivity. It's not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about aligning your actions with your intuition and allowing life to flow naturally. You no longer feel the need to force outcomes or make things happen on your terms. Instead, you act with intention but without attachment to a specific outcome or timeline. You take steps forward, guided by your inner knowing, and you trust that the universe will bring what you need when the time is right. You've experienced this firsthand, haven't you? There were moments in your life when things didn't go according to your plan, and at the time it felt like failure or a missed opportunity. But when you look back now, you can see that those moments were actually pivotal in shaping the path you're on today. What you thought was a loss turned out to be a lesson, and what seemed like a detour was actually a realignment that brought you closer to your true purpose. This understanding has freed you from the burden of urgency. You no longer feel the need to push or hustle for success. You've come to understand that true success doesn't come from forcing things to happen. It comes from trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You know that the right people, opportunities, and experiences will come at the right time. And when they do, you will be ready to step into them with clarity and confidence. One of the most beautiful aspects of this new relationship with time is the peace that comes with it. You no longer feel anxiety about what's ahead or regret for what hasn't yet manifested. You've released the fear that you're falling behind or that you'll miss your chance. Instead, you trust in the timing of the universe and know that what is meant for you will come when it's meant to. You feel a sense of relief knowing that you don't have to push, chase, or worry. All you have to do is show up, stay aligned with your truth, and trust the process. This shift in perspective also changes the way you relate to waiting. Waiting no longer feels like a waste of time or an uncomfortable pause. Instead, you see waiting as a sacred space where things are aligning behind the scenes. You understand that there are times in life when things need to ripen, when things need to fall into place before they can bear fruit. You no longer see waiting as an empty space, but as a time of preparation, of gathering your strength, and of becoming the person you need to be for what is coming. In the past, you might have struggled with impatience or a feeling that time was slipping away. But now you understand that time is not something to be feared or fought against. You know that everything has its season and that each season of your life serves a specific purpose. The more you trust in the timing of the universe, the more you are able to be present in each moment, knowing that nothing is wasted and that every step you take brings you closer to your highest potential. This is one of the clearest signs that you have passed the universal test, your ability to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, exactly as it should. It is the wisdom that comes from realizing that you are not in control of everything, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's liberating. You no longer feel burdened by the need to control every outcome. Instead, you can rest in the knowing that the universe has your back and that everything will come at the right time. This trust in the timing of the universe is one of the greatest gifts of spiritual maturity. It frees you from the constant need to chase, to push, and to strive. It allows you to live with greater peace and contentment, knowing that life will reveal what's meant for you in its own time. And as you continue on this journey, this trust will only deepen, allowing you to move through life with grace, patience, and an open heart, knowing that everything is always unfolding for your highest good. So the next time you feel the pressure to rush or to force things into existence, remind yourself the universe is working in its own perfect timing. Your job is to trust, to align, and to show up. The rest will follow. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. I want you to pause and truly absorb the profound shifts that have already taken place in your life, the signs that show you've overcome the universal test. As we've explored, the process has been anything but easy. It's been full of challenges, growth, pain, and moments of uncertainty. But through it all, you have evolved. You have stepped into a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true essence than ever before. You've experienced the quiet, unwavering peace that now resides within you, even in the midst of chaos. You've come to understand that inner peace is not the absence of challenges, but the ability to remain grounded amidst them. It's the knowledge that you no longer need to fight against the world. Instead, you've learned to trust the flow of life, to navigate with grace and confidence, and to honor the rhythm that is unfolding before you. Your inner peace is a testament to your strength and resilience. It is a badge of honor that reflects the depth of your evolution. You've also discovered the incredible freedom that comes from being in alignment with your true self. For so long, you may have tried to fit yourself into molds that weren't meant for you. You may have worn masks, shaped yourself to meet others' expectations, and silenced the voice inside you that was calling you toward authenticity. But now you've embraced your truth. You've let go of the need for external validation, and in doing so, you've found a sense of freedom that you never thought possible. The freedom to be who you truly are unapologetically, without fear or hesitation, is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. And with that freedom, you've gained the wisdom to embrace change rather than resist it. You've moved from a place of fear and uncertainty to a place of trust and understanding. Change is no longer an enemy. It is a partner in your growth. It is a constant reminder that life is always in motion, always evolving, and that every shift, every transition is leading you to exactly where you need to be. You've learned that nothing in life stays the same, and that's not something to fear. It's something to embrace. You've gained the courage to step into the unknown with confidence, knowing that the universe is guiding you, preparing you for what lies ahead. Your trust in the timing of the universe is another key aspect of your evolution. You've learned that life's perfect timing is far beyond your control. The anxiety and pressure you once felt to rush, to hurry, to force outcomes, those have faded. Instead, you've found peace in knowing that everything will unfold when the time is right. You understand that the delays, the detours, the moments of waiting, they are all part of the divine orchestration of your life. Every step you take, every decision you make is part of the greater plan, and you can trust that it is unfolding exactly as it should. When you reflect on all these shifts, I want you to feel proud. Proud of how far you've come. Proud of how much you've grown. You have passed the universal test, and while the journey isn't over, you have crossed a threshold that most people never reach. You've learned to turn pain into wisdom, fear into trust, and confusion into clarity. You've awakened to the truth of who you are, and that truth is powerful. You are no longer the person you once were. You have shed the old layers of yourself, the versions that no longer serve you, and in their place, a more authentic, empowered, and awakened version of you has emerged. But let's not mistake this for the end. No, this is just the beginning of a new chapter. The universal test wasn't meant to be a one-time event, it is a continuous unfolding. You've now moved into a new stage of your life, one that is guided by your deepened wisdom, your inner peace, and your authenticity. You are now ready to live from a higher state of consciousness, where every action you take is infused with purpose, and every decision you make is rooted in your true self. In this new stage, life will continue to offer challenges and opportunities for growth. There will be more moments of change, more moments of waiting, more moments of uncertainty. But now you are equipped to face them with grace and wisdom. You no longer need to fear what lies ahead because you know that everything is happening for your highest good. You have learned to trust in the process, to embrace change, and to flow with the rhythm of life. As you move forward, remember this: you are no longer the same person who entered this journey. You have passed through the fire and emerged stronger, brighter, and more aligned with your purpose. The struggles you once faced no longer hold power over you. You are no longer defined by your past experiences, your pain, or your challenges. You are defined by your strength, your wisdom, and your ability to rise above it all. Take a moment to honor the person you have become. Look at how much you've grown. Look at the ways in which you've transformed. And as you look ahead, remember that you are now living at a higher level of consciousness. You are living in alignment with your true self, and you are walking a path that is uniquely yours. You no longer need to strive for approval or chase after things that aren't meant for you. You've learned that what is truly meant for you will find its way to you at the perfect moment. Your job now is to continue to show up, to stay true to your path, and to trust that the universe will guide you every step of the way. So as we conclude this part of our journey together, I want to leave you with one final thought: you are enough. You have always been enough. You are worthy of everything that's coming to you, and you are deserving of the life that you are now creating. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the divine timing of the universe. This is your time, this is your life, and you are more than capable of living it with purpose, power, and grace. As we part ways for now, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you. Thank you for sharing this moment of transformation with me. Thank you for trusting in yourself and in this journey. I have no doubt that you are about to enter a new chapter of your life that is filled with endless possibilities. Keep walking this path with faith, courage, and the knowledge that you are fully equipped to face whatever comes next. Your story is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now, and remember, you are the chosen one. Keep shining your light. The world needs it.